Hey everyone, Sir Jellybean here, and we're back with Court Arms Gates of Hell Ostfront, another tutorial, and this time we've got the US artillery pieces. So, this will cover all kind of main, larger kind of gun artillery pieces. It will not cover mortars and stuff, because there's only a limited selection of them, and they're a little bit different. There obviously are a few oddballs, like this kind of rocket projector thing here, which I thought was cool. Anyway, we'll jump straight into it. In this video, I'm going to show you the ranges, the ammunition, and how, what they fire. So, we'll start here. And this is kind of how they're presented mainly in the editor. So first we've got the 3-inch gun, the M5, and it's kind of like a small artillery piece, like a field gun. And it comes with 34 HE, or armor piercing, and 15 HE. Now it might be a bit more of like an anti-tank gun actually, to be fair. It probably is, but it kind of falls into artillery piece, let's fire it. But to me it looks more like a field gun, like a bit of a howitzer one. So like an artillery gun slash AT gun, which is really cool. And it has a range of around, let's have a look. Range is about 200, which is actually pretty good. So it's definitely more on the AT gun, but I'd call it like a mixed field gun. So that's quite interesting. Pretty useful actually, quite high caliber. These shells are 3-inch, which is what, like 75mm or something. So that's pretty good. That's going to have some power and some kick. And let's chuck a HE round out just to see. So yeah, it's got some boom, quite good reload speed. I like that. That's actually a pretty good unit to have. Next we have the 3-inch M5. So it's just on the M1 gun carriage, basically the same, but as you can see, this one has the armor piercing APCVC, which are a bit there, and this just has the armor piercing. So this is the lesser variant. So you're obviously going to pick that one over this one, whichever one's to your preference. I'd say that one. So very similar. Yep. Next we have the 75mm M1A1. This is like a smaller, short-barreled artillery piece, a bit like the light infantry gun for the Germans. As you can see, it's got 34 HE, 8 heat, and 8 white phosphorus. Its range is around. It's going to have a decent range, I think. About 170, which I like. Let's pump around out. Oh, did it clip? It may have clipped slightly. Let's reload. But it is a bit like the Lerman light infantry gun, which is cool. As you can see, a lot of kick, a lot of firepower, and those heat rounds will be very useful at 75mm. So yeah, this is another great unit for the US, and the fact that it's basically like the German light infantry gun will make it a popular choice. I think I used one in my Conquest actually, so it is pretty damn useful. Next we've got the 75mm M1A1, which is very similar. Literally the same, but just different, without the gun shield, different deployment method carriage-wise. It'll even have the same range, I imagine, about 170. Let's check. Check. There we go. And can we get around there? Let's do it. And there we go. So that's fantastic. It also has heat, white phosphorus, and those HE shells, so very similar. Here's a bit of a curveball. It's the 2-inch rocket projector. This fires grappling hooks. Never actually got a chance to use this, so let's fire one. Donk! That is actually really fun. That's awesome. And it obviously didn't work, so there's nothing to grapple on there, but that's really cool. And it has a range. What's its range? That's actually got quite a good range of like 140? 140, that's actually pretty impressive. So, yeah, if you want to grapple up a building, you've got that. I just thought it was fun to show that off. I thought, it's really cool, actually. US are very specialist equipment there. Next, we have the 105mm Howitzer, the M3. It's got 20 HE. 5 white phosphorus and 5 heat. This thing has a range of. Oh, this has got a range of. Oh, I know which one this is. About 314 on the HE rounds. Obviously, that can switch for the heat and stuff, but that is very. That's a very long range. So let's pump around off, see what it's like. As you can see, the 105mm British joint is also very accurate. Puggo brought this. Good old Puggo Reborn. If you check his channel out. US artillery seems to be quite accurate compared to a lot of the other ones, and we're kind of seeing it here. So that is a very good thing to have. The only bad thing, it has no gun shield, but you keep that. It's got a very good range, so that definitely makes up for that. That's actually a fantastic piece of artillery, and the fact that you've got heat and white phosphorus makes it very versatile. Next, we've got the 75mm field gun. Armor piercing HE rounds. It's a bit more like I say, another mixed gun. Let's pump some rounds. You get 19 armor piercing and 30 HE, and this is on the. This is the M1897A4, so I guess it's a really old school field gun that they've kind of repurposed, but still can find its uses. Personally, get the Howitzer way better. Then it's got the 105mm Howitzer M2A1, so that's the older variant. I think it's just different gun carriage basically. It has the same ammo loadout, and I imagine the range is very similar as well. Let's check. Yep, very similar range. Let's pump around now. And there you go, you can absolutely decimate. And 105mm is pretty damn accurate, which I like. Let's actually pump some white phosphorus as well and see the how much the shell actually does. Just have a sip of tea while I'm here. Lovely. So maybe a light phosphorus loading. And there we go, some white phosphorus. Look at that, that's actually really, really good artillery shell. Look at that. That's dropping a lot of smoke, and that obviously can burn things that it hits as well, so that is fantastic. Next we have the 155mm howitzer, the M1997. Now we're entering the big guys. So this has 10 HE and one loaded in. Its range will be quite decent, I imagine, in the 300 range. Excuse me, still coughing. Yep, just shy of 360. I want to pump around that and see what it's like. Let's just imagine there's a bunker position up here. And we'll see what the accuracy is like as well at the farther ranges. Let's do it there. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, it's loud. Look at that, bang on target. I'm actually going to fire another. Pilgrim was saying this, so he says the artillery seemed ridiculously accurate, and I was like, yeah, it does seem more accurate, but this is kind of insane because the German 15cm be over there somewhere. The reload speed seems pretty good on it. If all US artillery is as accurate as it's shown here, which it seems to be, that might make the US faction ridiculously powerful, because if your artillery is actually hitting the targets, it just made artillery even more deadly than it is, which is pretty awesome. Let's pump around away. Yeah, it's pretty damn accurate, so that is really good. And that's a very capable piece of artillery there, so nice to see that 155mm. Next, we've got the 155mm M1, so just different gun carriage. I think it's more modern. But as you can see, we've got 10 HE, 3 white phosphorus, 3 smoke. That's fantastic. So let's load the white phosphorus because it's 155mm. It's going to have very similar to the last one. We're just going to check the ranges on things. It's got range of 400. I wonder if the HE rounds, one sec. We'll load HE in and just see what the range of those things are. Yeah, about 405 meters, right. So let's load the white phosphorus shells in now. Oh, god damn it. No, it's been a pain, one sec. There we go. It'll load. It might take a bit of time, but we just want to see the effect. And these are... oh, it's got smoke shells as well. So they're the ones that won't cook people to death, which is fantastic. Then we'll pump some white phosphorus. This shell should be quite large on the smoke. Boom. Look at that. That's a nice spread. It was pretty accurate as well. And that's going to be great for dropping smoke. You get one of them dropping smoke before your infantry. It's going to be really useful tactically. And then you have the standard smoke shell, which I imagine just doesn't have the white phosphorus in. So that's brilliant. A brilliant piece of artillery. Just quite a large reload speed, but it's 155mm, so you get that. We've got the 4.5-inch gun with 20 HE rounds. So let's look at the range of this thing. Whoa, this has got massive range. Range of 450. So let's pump some rounds out. Let's see what it can do. It's a coming. It's a coming. That circle's been quite large at that range. Let's fire, see where it hits. Oh, that was a bit less accurate. But the circle is dropping. We'll see if we can get a bit more accurate with it. But at 4.5-inch, I think that's... I don't know what that is in millimeters, but it's still a fairly large round. It's short. You can tell the round's shorter than the larger artillery pieces. So it's packing less boom, but still capable gun, especially at those ranges. Yeah, so have one of them continuously bombarding the target and you'll do very well. You just need to keep it truck-wise, ammo-wise, because it will cut through them, I imagine. Next, we've got the 155mm GPF. This has 10 HE rounds. Let's check the range. This thing looks a monster. So it has a range of 450. That's brilliant. And this just seems like one big old gun. Look at that. We'll see the accuracy of it at its max range. Excuse me. So zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zero in. Rounds away. Boom. Good hits and pretty damn accurate. So really cool. And that is a really big old artillery piece. I do like that. Looks very cool. That's kind of what you think when you think American US artillery. Just big old gun. Pumping rounds out. It's definitely an older model. You can tell it hasn't got all the fancy bells and whistles, but who needs that when you've got big boom. Then it's got the 155mm. This is the 155 M1A1 long tom. So it's got 10 HE, 3 white phosphorus, and 3 armor-piercing blast cap high explosive. Holy crap. So this thing's packing a massive amount of ammunition types. 500 meter range. Holy moly. So it's a beast. It is a beast. And we are going to pump out the HE round just to see what it's like. Is it coming? Yeah, it's getting there. Give it some chance to zero. Zeroing in, zeroing in, zeroing in. There we go. Boom, look at that. Fantastic. And we'll load where's the armor-piercing projectiles? I want to see the range on those buggers. So they're going to be closer range. That has a range of about, what? Ooh, a lot closer. That ain't good. So about 200 meters. So that's if you need to kind of direct fire at a tank, but I imagine they do a lot of damage. And lastly, but not least, got the 8-inch. I think it's the 203mm. I believe it has. You get 5 HE and 1 loaded in. The range of this thing will be massive, but probably not as much as the long tom. 420-ish. Good number. And let's see where it gets us to. This thing's going to be a monster. Let's let it zoom in and let it zero on the target a little bit. Very accurate and very powerful. Look at the crater that thing's going to have left. Holy crap. That thing's a bit of a beast. Bit of a beast indeed. So the US artillery, lots of like all the rocket artillery and stuff seems to be on vehicles. Like they don't have any kind of like Nebelwerfers or but all the kind of field guns are very accurate. They're very they look very aesthetically pleasing as well, which I like. But they're all really accurate. They're all really good. The US has a very good artillery roster. Obviously, people say a lot of things are similar, yeah, but there's something for every type of flavour. Or every type of playstyle, should I say. And you've got so many options with different artillery rounds, white phosphorus and stuff like that. It's fantastic. So the US artillery is absolutely beastly. Look at that. That's the kind of artillery battery you want when versing an enemy force. But yeah, I think the US has probably one of the best artillery rosters, and the accuracy, Puggo was 100% right. That is kind of insane how accurate they are compared to the other artillery pieces, which is great. So that's it. That wraps it up. I hope you found it useful. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you on the next one. You guys have a fantastic day.